Stop! Toby braked hard, but it was too late. Oh, he cried. Toby, asked Henrietta frantically. What is it? I'm off, he replied. Quickly, get help. I can't, cried Henrietta. Oh no. Oh, help! Such a lovely day, isn't it, Mr. Oliver? Yes, indeed, Toad, replied Oliver. It's all going well. Oh, dearie me, cried Toad as he hit the ground. What happened? Isn't it obvious? The track gave way. Oh dear, that's not good. I'm all right, thanks for asking. Oh, sorry, sir. Are you okay? I'm all right. You? I'm good. Help soon arrived, and the two were brought back to Tidmouth's sheds. Oh dear, Toby, said Oliver. What happened to you? I took a tumble down Gordon's Hill. What about you? Bridge gave way. This is all peculiar, said Henry. And I've been thinking, actually. And, well, I know we have accidents, but this is getting out of hand. This didn't all start until after Mr. Pauer showed up. I agree, said Edward, and the fact that you all aren't being fixed is becoming a nuisance. I miss my berth, sighed James. Well, hold on a second, said Thomas. Not all the accidents occurred after Mr. Pauer showed up. Take Gordon, for example. But we all know how that happened, said Edward. Now let's think about what happened with each of you. I think Bill and Ben caused me to crash, answered Murdoch. I was hit by my own trucks, if you all remember. The bridge collapsed when I crashed, said Henry, but I don't know how or why. Trucks pushed me, said Percy. That's nothing out of the ordinary. And I crashed into a derailed Sam's train, said Douglas. The rails were also pretty slippery. Well, Edward said thoughtfully, it's very unlikely that Mr. Pauer is responsible for all those accidents. Toby, he asked, what caused you to derail? There was a pile of stone on the line that I hit. Now how did that get there? Asked Edward. Well, maybe, I don't know. I think it's time for some investigating. And Edward puffed away. He stopped at the quarry and saw Mavis. Hello, Mavis, he said. Were there any stone trains that were ordered recently? Well, thought Mavis, James had his train. I know Boko and Fergus had one as well. Oh, all right, said Edward, and started to back away. There was also Timothy's delivery for Mr. Pauer, too. That was a strange one. Can you tell me about it? Well, it was only one truck. Lots of small stones, too. That's unusual. Thank you, Mavis. And Edward hurried to Gordon's Hill. He puffed slowly up, looking around. When he reached the top, he noticed that there were no stones on the rails. Looks like he's covering up his tracks. He's not doing a good job, replied the driver. Look over there. There on the siding next to the hill lay a truck with some stone in it. Looks like he didn't get everything, said Edward. What shall we do? Asked the fireman. Let's take this back to the shed. The other engines will want to see this. Edward was coupled up and pulled the truck back to the shed. The other engines were puzzled when Edward shunted the truck onto the turntable. What's that? Asked Percy. Exhibit A, said Edward. This truck was requested by Mr. Pauer. All the stone that lay on the top of the hill is now gone, and this truck was in the siding nearby. The engines froze. No one knew what to say. At last, Toby spoke. So that's it then. Mr. Pauer's behind all of this. Apparently so. We have to stop him before it's too late. Unbeknownst to the engines, Mr. Pauer had hid nearby. He had heard everything. You'll never stop me, he said. I'm always one step ahead. And he walked away.